Emotional clearing. This is orientation number 47, lesson 30 in the Healthy Foundations. This and the next 3 lessons are all about emotional clearing. It has been thought for many years by many experts that emotions are the roots of illness and disease, and that is to a large part correct. However, diet can cause the immune system to dysfunction or not function, and so you can have a big problem there. If we have found that if you will eat right, if you'll sleep right, and you'll exercise right, you can avoid about 80% of the illnesses. But emotional stress will override what you do elsewise. So please pay attention to these lessons. Emotionally, this is an especially important topic, as I said. When we are emotionally traumatized, it is hard, scratch that, impossible to learn. I have experienced this with kids over and over again who have had traumas in their lives. I would like to tell the stories, but I think they're too personal to be told. But just leave it sufficiently said that when a child experiences trauma, a divorce, the death of a parent, a death of a family member, whether that be a sibling or a cousin or a grandparent, aunt or uncle, whoever it might be, if there has been a disaster like a fire or an earthquake or a tornado, a flood, something of that nature, a disaster maybe in losing a friend, that the friend moved away, that can be traumatic too. Watching a movie can sometimes be a stressful and traumatic situation, particularly if it traumatizes the child and they have nightmares about it. So we're talking here about a situation which disrupts their ability to focus and to totally concentrate on what they're doing and their learning. Because when we are traumatized, part of the brain is engaged in trying to deal and make sense out of that trauma. When trauma occurs, it takes over the brain. It works on it day and night, ceaselessly trying to find solace and a solution. So one of the brain gym exercises, in fact there are several that help with emotional clearing trauma and focusing. One is called positive points, and I suggest that you look into that. It's where you put your fingers like this, above, I'm trying to get them here above, there we go, above the eyebrows like this, and you think of what's bothering you, and you think of what's bothering you, and at some point you won't be able to think about it anymore because your fingers have actually drawn the trauma out from your brain. This is what happened to my granddaughter when she ran and had a personal best in her race. I had her do positive points so she could not worry about what was happening. You can also do the foot flex, you can do the calf pumps. Those are all exercises which help with emotional clearing. So please understand that when your child has an emotional trauma, be patient with them, because they're working with only maybe a quarter, a third, a half of their brain, because the rest of it's working on the trauma.